The Laws of Ascension, Chapter 69, Rabbit. Lorik opens his mouth to say something when 4 purple magic circles appear in the living room. Sarah, Rowan, King Eldrin, and Cyrilda appear, teleporting out of the circles. They appear along the wall, not falling onto the couches like Cyrilda normally does. "Welcome back," Lorik says as they walk around the couches. "How'd your matches go?" Vera asks. "We won. How about yours?" Sarah replies. "Same here, so we're going up against each other tomorrow." Lorik says, "Well, congratulations. You 4. Regardless of what happens tomorrow, you've all made it to the top 5. Cyrilda says, "Do the top 5 all get the same rewards?" Leora asks. "No, the prizes for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are all unique. 4th and 5th will be the same. 6th through 10th will be the same too. But that's all the prizes the tournament's giving out." Cyrilda replies, "Anyway, it's time for us to get going. We'll be there tomorrow to watch your matches. Good luck." King Eldrin says as he and Cyrilda stand back up. "Get plenty of rest tonight," Cyrilda adds before she teleports them back to the castle. "I need to go down to the black market," Lorik says while standing up. "Why?" Leora asks while glaring at him. "Rowan wants me to perform acupuncture on him, so I'm going to go get the needles and poisons. But don't worry, I'm starting him at weak poisons." Lorik replies, "Could you get some for me too?" I'd like you to do that to me too. Since my law specializes in melee combat, it's good for me to train my body." Vera asks, "Sure, I'll be back later. I have some other business to do too, so I won't be back until late. I'll probably just eat down there, so don't bother making a plate for me." Lorik says before walking to the door. "Wait, I'm coming too," Vera says, causing Lorik to sigh. "You got stabbed last time. Why do you want to come back?" Lorik asks her. "Just because," Vera replies with a smile. "Fine, but stay close," Lorik says before they walk to the door. Leora follows them after saying bye to Rowan and Sarah. The 3 walk to the entrance and leave before going their separate ways. Lorik and Vera enter the alleys leading to the black market entrance. They walk down and Vera enters first to change. Lorik changes on the stairs before Vera tells him she's done. They walk down the second set of stairs and knock. The door opens and they enter. "Fox," the hunting dog at the door says as they enter. "The boss asked to see you." He adds before Lorik can walk away. "I'll see him after I visit Torvin." Lorik replies before walking away. "Is it normal to send messages through the guards like that?" Vera asks. "Yeah, only the dogs that Soren and Torvin trust are allowed to guard the entrances. This way they can tell them to tell others whatever messages they need. But they never tell them to deliver any confidential information, only small and short ones." Lorik replies. "Why does Soren want to see you?" Vera asks. "Probably about something related to being a wolf pup." Lorik replies with a sigh. They make it to Tovin's shop without incident. Everyone gets out of their way when they see them coming. Even a pair of bears step aside, although they did hesitate beforehand. They enter Torvin's shop and find him behind the counter. He has a worried expression on his face and is looking over a few sheets of paper. "Torvin, what's with the face?" Lorik asks upon seeing him. Torvin didn't look up from the papers when they entered. "It's Rabbit," Torvin replies with a sigh while standing up straight. "I have her investigating a noble right now. He's been throwing a bit of weight around down here and causing issues. I was hoping she could find some dirt on him and I could make him stop before someone sent an assassin after him. But she missed yesterday's meeting, and I haven't heard anything yet." "I'm probably overreacting. She should be fine. She was only observing him, nothing else." Torvin replies. "How was she doing that? Did she sneak into the noble's mansion, or was she undercover?" Lorik asks. "She went undercover as a maid. This noble just moved to the capital after passing his land on to his son. He was looking for maids and, well, you know how attractive Rabbit is. No way some pompous old noble would pass the chance to have her work for him. Anyway, she'll be fine. There isn't any danger in this kind of work." Torvin says, before smiling, "So what bring you 2 here? I need 2 sets of needles and weak poisons." Lorik replies, "You know you can't do it again, right? Your body will break." Tovin says, causing Lorik to start nodding. "It's not for me. Kat here and another teammate of mine, not the princess, want me to perform it on them." Lorik replies, "All right," Torvin says before trailing off. He starts tapping his chin before nodding and reaching under the counter. He pulls out 2 bundles of needles. Then he walks to the back room behind the counter and disappears. He comes back out shortly later with 4 small jars. Each vial contains a liquid poison. 2 of them are dark purple, the other 2 are green. These will be good for beginners, but they will hurt, and remember to give them these antidotes after. Torvin says while handing Lorik 4 more smaller vials from his pockets. Each vial is full of a clear blue liquid. 2 are a bit darker than the other 2, though. Lorik stores them all away before turning to the door. "Thanks, Torvin," Lorik says before leaving. Vera follows him out, and they head down to the arena next. There's a crowd formed around the arena entrances. Lorik and Vera push their way through it. A hunting dog dealing with the crowd notices them as they make their way to the front. She runs over and pushes the others out of the way. "The boss is waiting for you in his office," she says before returning to her post. "What do you think is with this crowd?" Vera asks as Lorik leads the way into the arena. "Who knows?" Lorik replies with a shrug. They walk down the hall before turning and opening a door. It leads to a set of stairs going up. At the end of the stairs is another hall. There are a number of doors on the right that they walk past. At the end of the hall is a door. On it are the words Soren's office. Lorik opens it without knocking and enters. Vera follows him in before looking around. They're in a room roughly the size of Torvin's booth they watched Lorik's champion match in. There are more decorations, plants containing various laws, paintings of various people hung up, and a shelf full of trinkets opposite the door. The wall directly to their right is missing, and the air is faintly dyed blue. Through it, they can see into the arena. However, the blue light prevents others from looking into the room. The shelf has a few interesting trinkets on it. There's a vase with a flower in it. The flower has 10 petals which change color constantly. There's a small glass case holding a ring. The ring has several intricate engravings on it. Finally, there are a few books. The books all have blank covers and are held up with a bookrest on one side. The bookrest is made of metal, painted gold. It's a small block that has a carving of a dragon roaring on it. On the other side of the books is a metal or stone slab. It's only a few inches wide and tall. It's made of a light blue material that emits small lights. The lights disappear quickly and are barely noticeable. In front of the shelf opposite the door is a desk. Soren sits behind the desk looking up from a stack of papers. "I didn't expect you to be back so soon," Soren says, slightly surprised upon seeing Lorik. "I had some business with Torvin. Why'd you call me?" Lorik asks while walking up to his desk. "To give you this," Soren replies while reaching under the desk. He pulls something out of a drawer and tosses it to Lorik. Lorik catches it before taking a look. It's a mask with a plain white face. "Why are you giving him a new mask?" Vera asks after looking at the mask. "It's his wolf mask," Soren replies before leaning back. He looks at Vera before smiling and laughing lightly. "What?" Lorik asks, causing Soren to wave his hand. "It's nothing. I was just thinking. Back when Torvin convinced me to let you go to that academy, I thought he was crazy. We were trying to convince you to become wolf and track down some good law carriers for you to choose from. So, sending you up there seemed like you'd end up cutting loose and leaving the black market. But now, I want you to be wolf even more than ever before. I mean, we were hoping to find law carriers of the second echelon for you. And that was incredibly wishful thinking. But now you've got not just 1, but 2 first echelon laws, even an undiscovered law to boot." Soren says before looking at Lorik. He just stares at him for a few moments before speaking. "Back to the mask. I know you only accepted because of what happened with the bears, but we will be having you do a bit of work as a wolf pup. When that time comes, you need to wear that mask. Otherwise, you can wear your regular fox mask. Though, we won't stop you from wearing the wolf mask regularly," Soren says, causing Lorik to shake his head. "I'll be sure to wear it as little as possible," he says as the mask gets enveloped in mist and enters one of his rings. "Anyway, is this the only reason you called me?" Lorik asks. "No, otherwise Torvin would have given the mask to you," Soren says while picking up a piece of paper. He holds it out, and Lorik walks closer to take it. "As I'm sure you heard from Torvin, Rabbit's not reporting in. Given that it's been more than 24 hours since she reported in, we're worried." Soren says, "Isn't it normal to not report that often when undercover?" Lorik asks while scanning the paper. Normally, yes, but she's undercover at a mansion literally right in front of an entrance to the black market. As part of her work as a maid, which is how she's undercover, she's taking out the trash. The trash is near the entrance, so she's supposed to leave notes behind. Then we have our people pretend to be homeless and search the noble's trash. The address and the man she's spying on are written on the paper. We want you to go check on her after your tournament matches end. Soren explains. Why not send someone else? Crow should be able to easily get in and determine Rabbit's whereabouts. Lorik asks, causing him to sigh. We would if we could. But Crow and the others are away from the capital. We've received reports that Calvaris was making suspicious movements. Given the recent assassination attempt, we wanted to know what they were doing. So all the night eyes, except for you and Monkey, are near the border. And you know Monkey isn't suitable for this kind of work. Soren says, causing Lorik to sigh. All right, I'll take a look once the matches are over. Lorik replies before setting the paper back down. Now is that all? He asks, causing Soren to nod. Really? I thought for sure you brought me here because of the crowd. Lorik says, causing Soren to laugh.